What's up, guys? Mickle here. And the other day, an article went viral saying that Ripple doesn't have a single ODL customer. Well, guys, in this video, we're going to break down this article and figure out what's true from this article, what's not true. Guys, make sure to stick around to the end of the video to see this. This is absolutely critical. Also, guys, we're going to talk about a brand new kind of debate in the Ripple SEC case that is kind of going under the radar right now because of the SEC versus ETH news. We're going to talk about that in the beginning of the video. Like always, your support means so much to this channel. Guys, thank you to everyone who likes the videos and to subscribe to the channel. These two things really do help me out so much. Also, if you have a good place to buy some XRP, make sure to check out my favorite exchange Uphold down in the description of this video. With that said, though, let's jump right into it, and I hope you guys enjoy the content. So guys, I want to start this video out and just talk about something that's happening right now in the Ripple SEC case, because I'm sure you're going to see it, and it's kind of technical, so I just want to give you guys the basics on what's happening here. Essentially, the SEC brought an expert forward in the case extremely late. The reason they did this was so that Ripple wouldn't actually have time to question this witness and see whether or not what he was saying was true. Essentially, another dirty tactic by the SEC. Bring someone in late so Ripple can't challenge that person and then try to jam his testimony into the case. Well, guys, Ripple's saying right now, look, this person should not be allowed to do this. It's absolutely insane that the SEC tried to break the rules in order to get this person in the case without us actually having the ability to question whether or not what he's saying is true. So guys, right now, essentially Ripple and the SEC are arguing back and forth to the court on whether or not this person should be allowed. Judge Netburn just said that both parties are going to be able to make their case on why they should or shouldn't be allowed. So that's all this filing is right here. I just wanted to bring it to your attention because James K. Filan just tweeted out. A lot of people are asking, what the heck does this thing mean? What are the implications? Guys, in my opinion, it's going to have almost zero implications. My feeling is that Judge Torres probably already has 99% of her decision done. She likely knows exactly how she's going to rule. I don't think one expert witness is going to make much of a difference. So I really do think they're just going to go through the motions on this thing. And then ultimately, Judge Netburn's going to say, look, SEC, you obviously brought this person late. He's not going to be allowed in. Let's move on and get to the final decision. Just wanted to give you my quick opinion around that because I know a lot of people are going to be asking. I want to move on though and get into this article that went absolutely viral the other day. And guys, I think we can learn some really important things about ODL from this article, so make sure you stick around for this whole thing. But what it was titled is Ripple's president says Ripple itself has no ODL partners. So guys, obviously this article was meant to create a lot of FUD, create a lot of worry, and make people think that Ripple doesn't have any customers. So let's jump into the article here and see what's actually true, because I think you guys are going to be pretty shocked when we actually break down what this article was saying. And honestly, in my eyes, it is a little comical. So right here, we see Ripple president says Ripple itself has no ODL customers. So let's break down exactly what this is actually saying. Now, it starts off by just giving a description of the Ripple SEC case, what's going on here, and then kind of breaks into the claim of what they're trying to say. So it starts off by saying Ripple's XRP distribution via Singapore subsidiary. And then goes on to say that, well, Ripple doesn't actually have any ODL partners, but it says right here that Ripple's Singapore subsidiary had obtained a major payment institutional license in order to actually conduct sales of XRP for ODL customers. So the article is titled that Ripple doesn't have any ODL customers, but then instantly says that they have ODL customers using XRP via the Singapore subsidiary. Now, guys, this is like me saying that I don't have a YouTube channel because technically I have an LLC and the LLC has the YouTube channel. Obviously, that's a very silly argument and no one's ever going to buy that because it's my LLC. It's completely insane to be saying that Ripple's subsidiary does it, so it's not Ripple. Of course, that's not true. The subsidiary is part of Ripple. It's a part of the company. So to say Ripple doesn't have any ODL partners, well, that is clearly the crypto basic news site just trying to twist the words around to get you to click on the article. There's no truth to it. Obviously, if Ripple's subsidiary has the ODL partners, well, then Ripple has the ODL partners. I mean, it is complete nonsense to be trying to say that Ripple doesn't have any ODL partners when the article itself is saying that a major division of Ripple's business has the partners. So I hope that clears up that part. But the other part that was getting a ton of FUD is that essentially no institutions are actually using XRP for ODL and they're all using Tether. This is another allegation made by people presenting this article. And I just think it's so funny because they present this part of the case right here. And let's zoom in and see what this part of the case actually says. Now, it's going to be hard for me to actually get this so you can see it on this screen. Obviously, these ads are horrendous here, but let me just read this. As of the date of this declaration, to the best of my knowledge, based on reasonable inquiry, all ODL customers of any Ripple subsidiaries who use XRP in the ODL product are domiciled outside the United States and are sophisticated counterparties. Ripple itself has no ODL customers. So right here, Ripple's subsidiary has ODL customers, but Ripple doesn't. Now, does that mean Ripple doesn't have ODL customers? Absolutely not. And it's so silly to say that. But what's the other thing here? Ripple's subsidiary who uses XRP in ODL. Guys, I don't understand where people are getting the fact that ODL isn't using XRP. It says right here as a deposition in this case under oath that the ODL customers are using XRP. It explicitly says that. Ripple's subsidiary who uses XRP in the ODL product. So guys, I have no idea where a lot of the FUD is coming from in this article. I feel like a lot of people just read the headline and are saying, oh, Ripple doesn't have any ODL customers. Guys, if you want to know the truth of the matter, Ripple's ODL volume is $250 million a week last time I checked. They are doing billions of dollars a quarter. You can't do billions of dollars a quarter in ODL volume without any customers, right? The entire thing just doesn't make any sense. And I want you guys to understand, if you see articles like this, it is very important to sit back and evaluate these things and say, okay, does this make any sense? One of Ripple's board members is Rosie Rios, a former measure of the Treasury. They have another board member from BlackRock. Guys, these people didn't show up to Ripple because Ripple is lying about the different products they're promoting. These people showed up because Ripple is building something game-changing and they see Ripple scaling into a dominant player in the next generation financial system. This article is essentially saying that everything Ripple has ever said is a complete lie. But guys, all we have to do is look at the facts and even what the article is actually saying, and we can see it's just clickbait misinformation. Guys, the other thing about the whole subsidiary thing is the Ripple subsidiary doesn't even have a real name. It's just called Ripple subsidiary. So they're trying to say it's not Ripple, but they literally can't even call the subsidiary anything else other than Ripple. Ripple's literally in the name. So look, there's really not much more to get into this. I think it's so obvious based on just breaking down what's actually being said in here that Ripple very clearly has ODL customers. They clearly have a lot of ODL customers putting a lot of volume on the XRP ledger. And also, they are using XRP for ODL. Now, I think a part that people are getting confused about is Ripple is being cautious about ODL in the United States right now, and that was hopefully going to get figured out at the end of this case. Judge Torres said that some of the things Ripple was doing in ODL was problematic based on US securities laws. So Ripple said, okay, we acknowledge that. We're going to pay a fine based on the past ODL product, but Judge Torres, please look at our new ODL product and let us know if the new ODL product is okay to go live again. Guys, based on what Jeremy Hogan has said about this, I really do believe Judge Torres is going to give Ripple the okay to go live with their new ODL product in the United States, and that new ODL product is going to have clarity for XRP. What Ripple is really doing in the United States right now is being extra cautious. They don't want to make it seem like to Judge Torres that they are just ignoring her ruling, they are blowing her off, they're going to do whatever they want. So what they said is, hey, Judge Torres, look, until we have these things cleaned up, we're just going to use another digital asset in the United States. But we want you to confirm that we can go forward using XRP in the United States based on the new way we are running ODL. Guys, Jeremy Hogan has commented on this. He is firmly convinced that Judge Torres is going to clean this up and allow XRP to keep being used in the United States. But guys, it is completely factually incorrect that they stopped using XRP anywhere else in the world. Right here, Ripple subsidiary who uses XRP in ODL. XRP in ODL, Ripple subsidiary, obviously Ripple the company. Guys, I hope this gave you a good understanding of ODL the product, gave you a good understanding of where the FUD is coming from in relation to why Ripple had stopped using XRP in the United States, but also lets you know that this is only in the United States and everywhere else, right? Ripple's products are still banging on all cylinders. Guys, If you enjoyed this content and you kind of enjoy me going against this FUD, just let me know. Sometimes I'm not sure if people actually read this stuff and believe it, or people get confused by other influencers not actually breaking this down properly. But if this did help, just let me know. Guys, thank you so much for coming. If you enjoyed this video, make sure to drop it a like, make sure to subscribe to the channel. And for now, Mickle out.